Genesis 48. Sometime afterward, Joseph was told, "Your father is ill." So he took with him his 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. When Jacob was told, "Your son Joseph has come to you," Israel summoned his strength and sat up in bed. And Jacob said to Joseph, "El Shaddai appeared to me at Luz in the land of Canaan. And he blessed me and said to me, I will make you fertile and numerous, making of you a community of peoples, and I will assign this land to your offspring to come for an everlasting possession. Now your 2 sons, who were born to you in the land of Egypt, before I came to you in Egypt, shall be mine. Ephraim and Manasseh shall be mine no less than Reuben and Simeon. But progeny born to you after them shall be yours. They shall be recorded instead of their brothers in their inheritance. I do this because when I was returning from Paddan, Rachel died to my sorrow while I was journeying in the land of Canaan, when still some distance short of Ephrath, and I buried her there on the road to Ephrath, now Bethlehem. Seeing Joseph's sons, Israel asked, "Who are these?" And Joseph said to his father, "They are my sons, whom God has given me here. Bring them to me," said he, "that I may bless them." Now Israel's eyes were dim with age, he could not see. So Joseph brought them close to him, and he kissed them and embraced them. And Israel said to Joseph, "I never expected to see you again. And here God has let me see your offspring as well." Then Joseph removed them from his knees, and he bowed low with his face to the ground. Joseph took the 2 of them, Ephraim with his right hand to Israel's left, and Manasseh with his left hand to Israel's right, and brought them close to him. But Israel stretched out his right hand and laid it on Ephraim's head, though he was the younger, and his left hand on Manasseh's head, thus crossing his hands, although Manasseh was the firstborn. And he blessed Joseph, saying, "The God in whose ways my fathers Abraham and Isaac walked, the God who has been my shepherd from my birth to this day, the angel who has redeemed me from all harm, bless the lads. In them may my name be recalled, and the names of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and may they be teeming multitudes upon the earth." When Joseph saw that his father was placing his right hand on Ephraim's head, he thought it wrong, so he took hold of his father's hand to move it from Ephraim's head to Manasseh's. "Not so, father," Joseph said to his father, "for the other is the firstborn. Place your right hand on his head." But his father objected, saying, "I know, my son, I know. He too shall become a people, and he too shall be great. Yet his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his offspring shall be plentiful enough for nations." So he blessed them that day, saying, "By you shall Israel invoke blessings, saying, May God make you like Ephraim and Manasseh." Thus he put Ephraim before Manasseh. Then Israel said to Joseph, "I am about to die, but God will be with you and bring you back to the land of your fathers. Moreover, I assign to you 1 portion more than to your brothers, which I wrested from the Amorites with my sword and bow." Psalm 55, 9-15. O Lord, confound their speech, for I see outrage and strife in the city. Day and night they make their rounds atop its walls. Mischief and trouble are within it. Disaster is within it, oppression and deceit never leave its square. It is not an enemy that reviles me, that I could bear, not one who hates me that vaunts himself against me. From him I could hide. But it is you, a man my equal, my guide, my intimate friend. We took sweet counsel together. In the house of God we walked with the throng. May he incite death against them. May they go down alive to Sheol, for evil is in their homes and in their very hearts. Proverbs 17:26. It is not good to punish an innocent person or to flog officials for their integrity. Proverbs 18:5. It is not good to be partial to the wicked and so deprive the innocent of justice. Matthew 23:1-22. Then Jesus spoke to the multitudes and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees, sat on Moses' seat. All things, therefore, whatever they tell you to observe, observe and do. But don't do their works, for they say and don't do. For they bind heavy burdens that are grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders. But they themselves will not lift a finger to help them. But all their works they do to be seen by men. They make their phylacteries broad, enlarge the fringes of their garments, and love the place of honor at feasts, the best seats in the synagogues, the salutations in the marketplaces, and to be called Rabbi, Rabbi by men. But don't you be called Rabbi, for one is your teacher, the Christ, and all of you are brothers. Call no man on the earth your father, for one is your Father, he who is in heaven. Neither be called masters, for one is your master, the Christ. But he who is greatest among you will be your servant. Whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. But woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because you shut up the kingdom of heaven against men, for you don't enter in yourselves, neither do you allow those who are entering in to enter. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you devour widows' houses, and as a pretense you make long prayers. Therefore you will receive greater condemnation. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you travel around by sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he becomes one, you make him twice as much of a son of Gehenna as yourselves. Woe to you, you blind guides, who say, whoever swears by the temple, it is nothing, but whoever swears by the gold of the temple, he is obligated. You blind fools! For which is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctifies the gold? Whoever swears by the altar, it is nothing, but whoever swears by the gift that is on it, he is obligated. You blind men! For which is greater, the gift or the altar that sanctifies the gift? He therefore, who swears by the altar, swears by it and by everything on it. He who swears by the temple, swears by it, and by him who is living in it. He who swears by heaven, swears by the throne of God, and by him who sits on it. Mark 12:38-40. In his teaching he said, beware of the scribes, who like to walk around in long robes, and to have greetings in the marketplaces, and the best seats in the synagogues, and the best places at feasts, those who devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayers. These will receive greater condemnation. Luke 20:45-47. As all the people were listening, Jesus said to his disciples, beware of the scribes, who like to walk in long robes and love greetings in the marketplaces, the best seats in the synagogues, and the best places at feasts, those who devour widows' houses and for a pretense make long prayers. These will receive greater condemnation.